This is our world, folks. All this shit, all these ground beefs are going to waste. They were 50% off, but it's too little too late, you greedy fucks. You shouldn't have these priced so high and they'd be flying off the shelves. Instead, we got people starving and dying of starvation, and meanwhile, we're throwing out ground beef. So, what the fuck?
Yep, what the heck is right. And it's not just stopping there, it's not just food that goes to waste. Look at all the buildings that are left vacant. Like, I mean, just go downtown Ottawa, for example, and look at all the government buildings that are left vacant. Like, why do they need so much room, right? Like, why do they need so much room? Meanwhile, people are living on the streets, and then we have enormous office buildings unused. Lots and lots of buildings that are just vacant, nobody in them, and then we have people sleeping on the streets in Canada, inside of the cold. So it doesn't just stop at the wasted food, it also moves towards wasted shelter. So much waste. Meanwhile, our people could actually be using it.
So you listen here, you liberal fucks. I've been living paycheck to paycheck since 2019. Grapes are $10 and I'm fucking tired of craft dinner. Do something, please. Type shit. Yo, Ukraine.
Oh my God, no! Oh, brother.
What are you fucking talking about, man? Get the fuck... Yo, bro.
Yo, so like, don't take that like as if I agree whatsoever with Russia's invasion of Ukraine, because I don't. I think Russia needs to get up out of someone else's country. Now, with that being said, did any of you guys hear about the latest financial package that McCartney just approved to go to Ukraine? Now, I mean, like, I think it's for a good cause, don't get me wrong, but really, is Canada in that position right now with their own people going without food, going without housing, going without jobs? For some people, like going over a year with no jobs. So does Canada really have this much to spare? And then keep in mind that there's also the commitment that we've made, right, to also contribute to NATO. So I think that's another couple billion as well. So when you start to think about it, it's like so much money going towards fighting, going towards like explosives and like guns and tanks, and for what? Just to bring pain and suffering? Why is it that we spend so much money, billions, trillions, on weapons to use to kill one another, while we could actually use that money to enhance the human experience for people? Right? Like, I don't know why, like, these leaders, we elect them and then they're like, there's always one fight or the other. It's not just in Canada, actually, it's worldwide. Like, why is it that elected leaders, they engage in these endless wars? Nobody, I don't think anybody votes for leaders to, like, wage war. And what happened to those days when, like, in a war, then, like, you, the leader, you need to lead your army at the battleground, right? What happened to those days? Because now it's just like you just sit down inside your office and then you're sending people's husbands, sons, like to go and just die because you don't agree with another country's policies. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand how we've gotten to this point, but something has really got to change.
So apparently I ruffled some feathers with my last video. I really don't care about the hate comments or crazy comments I got, because most of those people that said I was crazy, they're still victims of cultural conditioning and this cycle, and that's not an insult to me. So many people told me to be grateful, suck it up, this is how life works, it is the way it is. But grateful for what?
Yeah, it's not just you, sister. The last videos that I've made, actually, some people are even telling me like, hey, get out of my country. or, oh, you could always just leave. Right? Like, no. So just because people are making these videos asking for our elected officials to be held accountable and to do better, it doesn't mean that we're ungrateful. It doesn't mean that, like, we need to go back to our countries. It doesn't mean that, like, we don't acknowledge that Canada is a great place to live in. No, it's fantastic. Way better than where I came from, right? Like, I'm coming from a third world country, like probably you know, right? So Canada is amazing. But I got here in 2008, and how many years has that been now? I think 17 years at this point. Right, so I've actually spent more of my life in Canada because I'm 33 this year. I've spent more than half of my life now in Canada. I was here during the Stephen Harper time as well. So I kind of know and I kind of understand how the decline has been happening, right? So it's not ungrateful if I'm asking for better from our elected officials. It just means that I care about Canada deeply. Actually, I feel highly Canadian, in my opinion. I spent like a lot of my teenage years here, so I want the best for the country as well. And so me making these videos is not just to complain, it's to actually demand better from our elected officials. Because just because other countries are worse than Canada doesn't mean that we need to just sit by with our arms folded while things continue to get worse.
Go to school, get a degree, and bury yourself in student debt. Save all your money to buy a house you'll never actually be able to afford. Work 40 years of your life just to enjoy a few years at the end. I don't know, I'm done calling burnout, exhaustion, debt normal, living for the weekends and your 2-week holidays. Like, that is not normal. So I booked a one-way ticket. This type of freedom doesn't come with a blueprint or an instruction manual, but it's freedom. And I'm gonna go do it while I'm young. Because the real fucking scam is waiting until 65 to start living.
Yep, this girl has the right idea, to be honest. I use my dad as an example, right? Like, he worked as a civil servant for Nigeria up until he was in his 60s as well. And he died at 70, right? So he had, a couple years to actually enjoy. So that guy literally worked and worked and worked. And then finally, when he got hit with COVID, he got to the hospitals in Nigeria and they just did a piss poor job, right? I don't know if any of you guys know how the hospitals were during that time, but honestly, don't even get me started with that. But this girl has the right idea, to be honest, about living now. Don't wait, because tomorrow is not promised. So, I'm going to link all the videos that I've referenced in this video down in the description. Be sure to go support these creators. Let's support each other here. She does have a really, really good point, to be honest. But anyways, y'all, feel free. Let me know what you think about these videos down in the comments below. Be sure to smash that like, smash that subscribe. And until next time, peace.